I think the toughest question that we're asked in estate planning, or that we challenge our clients to ask, is who will take care of their minor kids when they're gone? I know that for my wife and me, the biggest question was actually the easiest question to answer, and that's because we focused first and foremost on our value system, and I think all clients should do the same. If you find a guardian that shares your values, your spirituality, your morals, then you're off to a very good start. But there are many secondary concerns that you need to think about when you name a guardian. Those include proximity, constant contact with your children, and certainly, and maybe the most obvious, and that is the health and age of your proposed guardian. And all of those need to be considered carefully. With regard to proximity and constant contact, it certainly makes sense in our minds that your proposed guardian have a relationship with your children. You may have a wonderful college friend that you believe shares your values, but doesn't see your family, and your kids don't have a relationship with them. I believe it would be awfully challenging for a child to be uprooted and live with someone that they don't know, even if the morality and the value structure is the same. And while it's obvious also, I think that you need to think long and hard about your guardian from a health and age perspective. For most of our clients, they believe that their parents are wonderful options. After all, they share the same value structure. They learn their values from their parents, and that tends to make sense for many people. But as we age, as we experience health issues, we have to remember that guardianship can be an 18-year endeavor, and that's until age 18 for all kids. So if you have young children, asking your parents to be the guardian today may be a wonderful option. But as they get older, it may be very difficult for them to take on that job. Even though most grandparents that I interact with are more than happy to do it, we recognize that it can be very challenging. And so thinking about age and health is very important. And for that reason, I suggest to all of my clients that they consider successor guardians. And so while you may believe your parents are the best fit, and they probably are in many cases, who could succeed them? Is it a sibling? Is it a close friend? Someone that shares your value structure, that has a constant relationship with your kids, so that if your first-name guardian is unable to act, you've got a backup. We also believe that most of our clients are normal if they visit us on a periodic basis and reflect on guardianship changes. It's very common for our clients to come to our office and almost sheepishly say, I'm here to only change one thing, and that is who will be the guardian for my children. And I tell them that's very normal, because your lives change, your guardians' lives change, and thinking about who your kids should go to is very important. So to have that be a static thought, I think is a mistake. To constantly give it consideration is worthwhile. And as a final note, when thinking about guardianship, as your kids get older, I believe you should ask your kids what their thoughts are. It would be, they sometimes see things differently. My kids are young now, and so to ask them who would be a good guardian doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but as they become older, they're teenagers, their opinions matter, and they should be thought of as important, and they may add lots of value to the decision-making process.